Hello. I am on Oahu and it is Tuesday, the 9th of January, and it is 11:28 a.m. As you can see, don't have my regular microphone or my headphones, my Rodecaster. I just hope that this sound is going to be sufficient and the quality is sufficient. It's a little bit windy in the background. I just wanted to really sit down and share a update of how life is. Life is amazing. Ever since I got here to Oahu on the North Shore, I'm staying currently in Haleiwa. It's just been the most wonderful time. The surfing, okay, it's been brutal. The waves here are so big and so powerful, and there's so much water, and there's like an intense energy and surge in the water. I mean, it's incredible. I've surfed at Chun's, which is more of like, I think, a longboarder place. I had kind of fun, but got stuck on the inside and it was kind of a funny day. I've surfed Gas Chambers a few times, which I absolutely love. That's like a very fast, punchy, steep. Obviously, there are so many. I don't think I've even gone left since I've been, or maybe one time I've been left at Gas Chambers. However, Gas Chambers is like, I love that wave for a short board. I actually ended up buying a 6'4" board, a DHD used, and then I've also bought a gun, which is a 9'4", and it's by this Brazilian shaper Viking. But I don't think that board, my 9'4", is heavy enough and wide enough for the waves here. I think that could be a good board for Bali, but I don't think it's probably the right board here. Unless it's beautiful, glassy, really big day, then that could be a good board. However, I surfed Phantoms one day, and that I've surfed Sunset a couple times now, and on New Year's Day I surfed for the first time on Sunset, and that was just incredible. It wasn't that big. I went out on my 9'4" just to try it out, and I got like 5 waves that day, and at least one of them, the second wave that I got, bomb. Big, at least like an 8-foot wave, like in not Hawaiian measurements. They measured the wave differently. I think from the front of the wave, I think traditionally it's the back of the wave. I get confused. I surfed Phantoms one day, and that was the biggest wave so far I've been in. I personally would say I am still going off. I use Surfline as the app to see, what the waves are doing. And that's still kind of like I would say, like, I haven't changed it over. I think you can change over in the app, the settings, and to be more the traditional Hawaiian size. But for me, like, I went out to Phantoms the other day. I swear they were like 20-foot waves, 20-foot plus waves. Biggest waves I've been in. Massive waves for me. I didn't get a wave. I borrowed Sylvia's 9'8", huge 9'8". It was like 21 wide. It was like almost 4 thick. I mean, incredible board. Basically, I was actually in position to paddle for a really big wave, monster bomb. I was sitting there at the top. Sylvia was like, I'm ready to go. I think it had already been a couple of hours. I saw this wall, this monster bomb coming at me, and I was like, I'm going to turn around and try and paddle for this. I didn't make it. And then I turned around, and of course I then got 2 20-foot sets on my head and snapped the 9'8". So it's been, I would say, brutal. The waves here is so intense. The shore breaks, getting in and out of like Sunset, has just been a nightmare. Gas Chambers, the first time I surfed actually in like 17 or 18 days. Shore break was intense. I got in, I hadn't even been in the water maybe 20 minutes, snapped my leash, was like with no board, like my first session out. The waves are brutal here. I can see that it is up leveling my skill, my experience for surfing, which is amazing because the next day after that huge Phantoms day, I surfed at Gas Chambers. That was substantially smaller. I mean, the forecast said 6 to 10 feet at Gas Chambers. That was like, that's a small day for Gas Chambers. And I was just going for the waves. I got 3 amazing, really good waves that day at Gas Chambers. I'm just taking every day the experience of being in the water as lessons, and I'm just learning, watching the crowd, watching other surfers, reading the wave. I'm definitely intimidated by all the surfers. I've surfed a few times and they're just like pros in the water, and it's very intimidating for me. I'm very shy. And in order, right, to improve your skill, I think it's really good always to surround yourself with others who are like of a higher level than you so that you can rise up to that. You become the sum of the 5 people that you hang around, right? For me, always back in Bali, I'm always surfing at Uluwatu because there's the best surfers there. It's the same here. I really like Gas Chambers. I'm going nowhere, obviously, near Pipeline. Just next to Gas Chambers on the right, is Rocky Point, an amazing ride, but it is so crowded there. It is like mega, mega crowded there. But Cat's Chambers is the one in between Pipeline and Rocky Point, and they share the same like break there. My goal is, if I could take off on one monster bomb, that would be amazing. I can see that it could take time to really be able to learn how to get into these massive waves. Being out at Phantoms and Sunset, it's like I want to be able to be in the right spot and for the wave to come and then to take off and take the wave. I'm ready to do that if I think I'm in the right place and have the right board, obviously. However, this is experience. There's like so many amazing, professional, incredible surfers in the water, and this is in the years that I've been surfing, which is not very many. It's going to take time. I'm just very patient and humble and grateful to be here. On my Instagram, people are like, oh, be careful. North Shore is really intense. Be careful. Take care. And it's like, yeah, of course, I'm going to be careful. I'm very good at actually, when I paddle out, I sit really wide, I sit really deep. I'm like, don't go straight into like the peak or into the clump, into the pack. I really just wait on the side and observe. I'll be ready to go if I feel like I'm in the right spot.